I'm pretty pissed off.
More.
Is his record perfect? No. But I'm pissed off because he doesn't deserve what just happened.
What?
He doesn't deserve it.
This is a sick Negro.
It's been a while, but sometimes I think the situation, the stories they call us, they need our guidance. So we are back. Since your podcast down out for a couple of weeks, but we are back on it. Reek's in the building. Murder Reek today. Yeah. Okay. G's in the building as well.
You.
Off that the fresh. Love that image.
Got a cut today. I was at the barber today.
Fly in the building as well. So we're gonna get into this. No fucking around. No beat around the bush, man. First and foremost, I'm gonna start with. I'm not gonna go on Kanye first. I'm gonna start with somebody else, another brother that seemingly lost his way. I was not one of the people personally who used to come at Stephen A. I think a lot of things he says are true. He's a little full of himself, loves that preacher voice a bit too much. But, for the most part, he says things that make sense. He held people accountable. Now, as every black man on TV, for the most part, does he hold everybody of the other color accountable as he should? Not as often as he'd like. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. He's on the brothers. All right, fine. When I saw his initial reaction to Jerry Jones, it was the first time I thought, he cool now. It was the first time I felt like there's no way. First and foremost, why do black men and women always feel so driven to excuse the fuckery of other races? Why is it us to the Jerry Jones has he's a billionaire. He has plenty of money and lawyers and mouthpieces and yes men and marketing people and PR people that can talk for him. Why does Stephen A have to talk for him? Why does Stephen A have to be like, you know what? Yes, he was there with a group of teen white supremacists and segregationists that tried to stop black people. Well, maybe he didn't, but the group did. He was 14 years old. Has Jerry Jones said that was wrong? Did he have statements on it? Has he done things that show his support of the black community? Did he support Kaepernick? Has he hired a black head coach?
Nope.
None of those things have happened. Those things have happened. So you have to be the one to be like, well, this isn't fair. It's just, you know what it is? It's history. It's literal factual information. He is there, front and center, caught in 4K when it wasn't even 4K back then. It was what? Wasn't even HD back then. But here you see in clear frame, boom, there you are, buddy.
That picture was HD.
How they got HD that long ago? That's crazy. You know how much they can't get a picture of anything else. They caught you red-handed. Boom, there you are. There you are.
Nothing.
I don't understand why. Whether or not it was fair or unfair, I don't really care. I don't care. But the idea that Stephen A. and others, because he wasn't the only one, had to go defend this man who can defend himself quite clearly, that just, it made me look at Stephen A. for the first time and been like, you must be on the take. It made me look at him like, you gotta be on the fucking take. There's no way you felt like this is what you needed to say. You of all people, not the Cowboys or former players or former coaches or friends or family, you, the most recognizable probably face and name in sports as far as the broadcaster side of things, you had to say this. And it just happened to be black. And he happened to be, it bothered me. That's all I got. It's just really bothered me.
Hey, when like Stephen A. did with like I wasn't surprised because I know he's a Jerry Jones guy. But like the issue most people are having is like this is another situation where you have smoke for Kyrie for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's the white counterpart, you never have the smoke for them. You actually start defending them. Like just like when like Jay Williams calls him out.
He did. I don't always know about Jay, but Jay called him out. You're not lying.
So just like when he was like, yo, you don't have the same energy for Aaron Rodgers as you do Kyrie. Aaron Rodgers is that's coming out about Aaron Rodgers. You know, they call Kyrie crazy. Aaron Rodgers might be crazier.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, like I forgot who one of the former players asked, like, yo, Aaron Rodgers like said, like, yo, do you believe in 9/11? You think that really happened? Like Aaron Rodgers is like that.
Hey man, discount double check.
Right. You're right. So for Stephen A, it's like Jerry Jones, like, you should have the same, even if you want to defend him, you should have an issue like Jay Williams was saying, like, yo, you haven't denied, denounced, or anything. Like, you have zero problem with racism according to how you act because you haven't apologized. You haven't, said it was wrong. All the stuff that y'all made Kyrie do.
His 6-point plan of having to apologize in every venue possible.
Go to sensitivity classes and meet with rabbis and all this other stuff. Like, he won't even say, I don't believe in racism. Like, what is there to defend? Like, he should be getting, and I get he's an owner of a team. We know he has a lot of power. Like, he has his own show on Fox, Skip and Shannon, because they talk about the Cowboys 2 of the 3 hours they got every
He said
day.
he has his own show. They talk about it.
He has his own show.
Like, because even Shannon Sharp didn't want to say anything about Jerry Jones till LeBron said something.
That's his buddy.
Right.
Yo,
This Jerry
Okie, I will. It's probably strategic. I'll give Ron some credit because normally he would just have not said nothing and been like, maybe he would say something vague. He says, "Yo, y'all not asking about this, but you asked me about Kyrie for 3 weeks straight." I get why it's basketball and former teammate, but he not wrong. No one said anything to him about it, so he makes a good point.
We were talking about this though offline. Like this smells of like, okay, I finally got a prepared statement. I'm ready to answer this, and ain't nobody asked me a question. Damn.
But you're right. No.
just sound like, yo. They're like, yo, y'all skipped my notes. Like, I had this here in my notes.
That reminds me of you have a test. The teacher says, all this is going to be in a test. And you get this, you be like, was it none of that on this test? You lying. You took all these notes for nothing.
Stayed up all night studying. Like, yo, you
said
your
notes that wasn't even there. I will say this. I think you're right, G. I think he was ready for it. But I'll still give him a little bit of kudos for being ready for it. There's so many times you get to, like, he wasn't ready for that Malcolm X question. The book in your hand,
right?
You want to be seen with it. They ask you about this shit. Nigga, can somebody get him in the Cliff Notes on chapter 1, chapter 2, something? Nah, he's a really smart man. I watched that shit again the other day. It was a really smart man. He's a really smart man. And it's like, there's no way.
We've all been in school.
Really smart twice. There's no way.
We all been in school. We know somebody. We all know what it looks like to stand in front of the classroom. You ain't read the book.
Did you read the book?
Right.
Yeah.
We all know what it looks like.
And then that time the cop said that man got too much power. Yeah, that was a powerful scene. That's the movie, bro. Yeah, but it was in the book though. He wrote about it. Like, no.
What's the Miss America? The like such as?
Man.
I give LeBron a little bit of pride because he did like, hey, wait a minute, I ain't asked you about this.
Listen, I have a statement prepared.
Right,
I was ready about it.
Y'all not gonna blow my moment. I was ready for this.
That's fair. He was ready for it. I'll give him that.
And he was right. He was right. Y'all ain't got the same spot. How come nobody's asking me about this? Y'all know and LeBron's like, y'all know I'm a Cowboys fan.
Right.
So the same reason, like, it wouldn't make with people saying like it ain't make no sense for Kyrie because he don't play on his team, but LeBron's a Cowboys fan, just like Kyrie's a former teammate. LeBron's a diehard Cowboys fan. So
there is relevance. There is relevance there. So it was sad to see. And honestly, I mean, here's the thing, I'm not really surprised, but like we're gonna call you out, media, for not asking about these questions. Hold them accountable. And anybody in that organization, any fan of that team, any player on that team, you should be questioning who you play for. When the owner for the Texans came on and said you can't have the prisoners run the yard or whatever he said, Boys was mad, wanted off that team. Now, what's going to happen with the Cowboys? They're having a great season. You know what you're going to hear from Dak Prescott? Nothing. Zeke?
Micah Parsons?
Nothing. Parsons? Nothing. Anybody on that team? Nothing. No. And this is the essence of why it's so hard to be a black man and be a fan of the NFL. Because y'all will just shuck and jive and do what you got to do to get that money. It's fine. Get your money, do what you got to do. But it's hard to want to watch this when I know who Jerry Jones is not the most racist owner in the league. If he is racist at all, I don't know. He was a racist sympathist at some point.
Right.
Sympathizer,
He doesn't like it. I think the biggest issue, like he doesn't deny it. Like he doesn't deny. Like he never says he's against it and everything. Like he never speaks out against it.
But was against Kaepernick very clearly.
Right. He was against. Like so. It's just like we don't know where you stand, Jerry. You know what I mean? Like because you haven't really shown that you have another view.
I know you don't stand where I stand, and that's enough for me. Because if you did, you'd be sure that you explained that very thoroughly. You've yet to do that. So, like I said, the NFL will continue to struggle because every time I think they're making, waves and regulations, some of this comes out and it's just like, yeah, but don't worry about that. We still care about you guys. Sure you do.
No guaranteed contracts, guys.
No, not that much. We don't care about you that much. Like, break a leg.
That's your quarterback, and we don't make right. It's your quarterback. We make rules so y'all don't get hurt. So
yeah, and they're 90%. and they're 90% white. But okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll let that be for a second.